Hey everyone, it's Dean here from BFD Moto. Just wanted to put out a little bit of a information video for you winter riders out there. We've been getting a lot of people coming to the doors, a lot of people phoning, trying to get information, because what's really cool is there are tons of you out there right now who are not coming in here to buy fuel stabilizer to put your motorcycles away for the winter. Rather, you're looking for ways to kind of stretch out and extend your riding season, whether that be riding out at Wild Rose in the winter time, studding up your tires, or getting out to Ypres and riding out at Whispering Pines and other areas like that. So I think that's really cool, and I'm here to help you guys out, to give some information in regards to what some of your options are, because there are a lot of misunderstandings and misconceptions out there, and I'm trying to give some information to allow you to have the absolute best experience that you can. Now, what are the options? Well, for many of us, we've been doing this for a long time now for the studs. We might remember back in, a while back, there used to be the Trelleborg tires, which were the pre-studded, injected carbide studs in the tires. They come from the manufacturer or outsourced to get them put in, injected with glue. So these here are now kind of the replacement for it, which is the Mitas winter friction tires. We have been getting these have been a very popular tire. The compound for the tire allows it to be able to accept the studs. It allows you also have to make sure that you always run proper tire pressure. In the summertime, you want to run low tire pressure to get good traction, but you do not want to run low tire pressure with your studded tires because they'll just tear out. So you want to go back to your standard, about 15 PSI on average for your tires, to make sure the tires are solid, you're gripping, and you're not allowing the knobs to excessively flex and tear out the studs. So this is the ultimate setup. They do tend to last. The investment is obviously going to be the most price one. You're looking at about $1,200 probably, just over $1,200 for a front and rear. Pre-studded, you will get, depends on your riding amount. Some people ride 3 times a week, some people ride 3 times a year. So all depending, but on average, you should be able to get 3 to 4 years with these tires by just using them over the winter months. So this is a very, very good option. The other option is kind of the do-it-yourself route. So there are a lot of studs. This is where the biggest misconception comes. So there are a lot of studs. You see the auger type screw stud with the carbide inserted tip that's welded in. This has been around for some time now. This is actually a patent from a company in Italy. The North American distributor is based out of Washington, which is GripStuds, and these are the ones that we stock. Now, there are a lot of studs currently being sold out there. You'll find them on Kijiji, you'll find them on Amazon. They look exactly like this stud. The only difference is they are made in China. The carbides don't go all the way down to the base of the shank. A lot of people complain about the studs falling out. Yes, they're half the price, but I won't get into the details. They don't last very long whatsoever. It's very frustrating. Like I said, I'm all about having a good experience, and unfortunately, sometimes to have the best experience when the only thing you're thinking about is riding, is to spend the money up front a little bit. And by buying the GripStuds, you will be definitely pleased with the quality of the product. They do auger into the tires, so you will always have a bit of material being displaced by putting this amount of material inside. So you will see welting of the knobs. So obviously the best way to have longevity of your studs is throttle control. I mean, we get people buying tires and you ask what tire they want. They want the cheapest tire, but that lasts the longest. Well, unfortunately, it doesn't necessarily always work that way. And you can have the best tire and it still doesn't last the longest if you don't have throttle control and you're spinning your tires on shale rock. They'll just pull the knobs out. And the same thing with the studs. They don't work well. They don't like being on rock. So you have to exercise throttle control and you'll just have the most longevity out of the studs. So that's a super important thing. But at the end of the day, you will, like I said, you will have material displaced. So the likelihood of this stud tearing out is amplified by making sure that you're not trying to have a little bit of a better control. So the tires that we recommend for putting in the GripStuds, the good news about that is, especially on the front tire, we have the Volcanduro. Mitas actually makes a winter friction tire with the dimples in it without the studs, but they've been sold out and we don't have any expectation of those coming into stock any day soon. So this is what we've originally been doing for like 6-7 years now, is the IRC Volcanduros for the front. You don't want to stud every single side knob as well. We recommend you alternate every second stud on the side. The reason why is if you have too many studs, it becomes too aggressive and it will actually crawl itself out of the rut. And you'll be constantly fighting yourself. It's excessive traction. So every second knob, you do not have to do all 300 and some odd knobs here. It's usually, 200 to 220 studs per tire. So we would be more than happy to show you a pattern to be able to put the studs in. In the rear, the IRC M5B is a really good tire. It's got a very big knob on it, tall, and it allows this screw to go into it really well. And we've had good luck on it. Once again, at the track, and sometimes you got to be careful, to just roll the throttle on. If you excessively spin your tire, they will pull out as well. But anyways, at the end of the day, the most important thing is, I think, like I said, it's great. I was out there on Sunday. I saw a lot of people out there. I continue to want to get out there. We have a little bit of snow, but when it melts, it's going to be super fun. And I think that it's great that you guys are getting out. And I just want everyone to have the best possible experience. If you have any questions, you can give us a call here at the shop at BFD Moto, or go onto our website. We actually have a little blog written about this, and hopefully that explains it a little bit more. And just give us a ring and we'll walk you through so you can get out there and enjoy our long, cold winters.